What's good, geeks? I'm Jake. I'm Gen X.
I'm Anna, and I'm Gen Z. And we are
Generational Geeks. So it's been a while since we've done a movie review. And I think the last movie we actually reviewed was Cats. And that was several months ago. But it's been a pretty crappy year for movies.
Was it Cats or Birds of Prey?
Cats was after Birds of Prey.
Okay.
We've done some series reviews since then, but this is the first movie we review in a while, so.
Today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be reviewing Love and Monsters, which was directed by Michael Matthews, and he is a South African writer, producer, and director. Other than Love and Monsters, he hasn't really been doing a whole lot.
Yeah, I think he directed one other movie.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what
he
he's written
should
or
be
produced.
doing more. If this movie is any indication.
So this movie starred Dylan O'Brien, and he's from Maze Runner. I think they only came out with two. No, they came out with three of those. I never watched the third one.
Oh,
I read the books, but
yeah.
I only watched the first two movies.
Okay.
I liked the book more than the movie. And
I liked the first movie the most.
Yes. And he was in a series called Teen Wolf, which I've heard of it.
Heard of it, never watched it.
And I think I've seen it on, that it's available on a streaming service, maybe Netflix or Hulu or something.
One of those ones.
Yeah. So, and then Jessica Henwick, which I didn't realize it was her when I first watched the movie. And she was Colleen Wing from Iron Fist. And so, she was also in Luke Cage and The Defenders. And she was one of the Sand Sisters in Game of Thrones.
Oh. I read the name and I was like, Nymeria is the name of the dog. I was like, Nymeria Sand?
Yeah.
What?
She was one of the Sand Sisters.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then she was an X-Wing pilot in The Force Awakens, which I guess she's kind of a fan favorite. She's in some of the comics, that character is in some of the comics, so...
that specific pilot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But in the movie it was pretty small.
Yeah.
Appearance.
That's why I don't remember it.
Yeah.
And I've blocked those movies from my mind.
Well, Force Awakens. It's okay.
I've blocked the plot, not the visuals.
So, and then it also has Michael Rooker from Walking Dead and Merle on Walking Dead, and then Yondu. Hey, y'all. I'm Mary Poppins.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Hey, y'all. I'm Mary Poppins.
From Guardians of the Galaxy. And then another Guardians of the Galaxy was the Ariana Greenblatt. She played the young Gamora.
Gamora. Wow. The film was originally going to be released by Paramount in February 2021, but because of the beer bug, they released it digitally on film and in some select theaters on October 16th, 2020.
Yeah, we didn't.
It was a gift.
I didn't see it locally, but
No.
I didn't really look for it either.
Gift.
I knew it was
We stumbled upon it.
coming. I knew it was coming up
And we were like, hey, that
because
looks
I had seen
good.
the trailer,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize that they were going to release it
No.
so much earlier than what they had originally.
Yeah, I
said.
was like, oh, we have to wait till 2021.
Yeah.
No. I'm pleasantly surprised. This is a spoiler-free review, by the way. We're probably going to put that in the title, too. But this is a spoiler-free review. Don't worry. So even if you if you haven't seen the film, you can enjoy this review.
Yes, and we'll really only be talking about things that
Happened in the trailer.
And maybe are revealed in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. So, it is rated PG-13 for action/violence, and it has some language and suggestive material. But, that's basically just
It was pretty
the
mild.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I watched it with my grandparents.
and your mom.
And my mom.
Yeah.
But that was the first viewing.
Yeah. So this takes place 7 years after a monster apocalypse. This guy named Joel, along with everybody else, has been living in a bunker for 7 years. basically all the cold-blooded creatures, fish,
Frogs.
reptiles,
Yeah.
insects, they all become mutated and get really big. And some of them are mutated a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
To the point of almost like...
Unrecognizable.
Yeah. You can't really, like... I think that's only one creature in the movie that we couldn't recognize, and all the other ones we could pretty much tell right away what they were.
Yeah.
So after reconnecting over the radio with his girlfriend, Amy, she's 85 miles away and in another colony, so bummer.
Yeah.
Joel realizes that there's nothing left for him in his colony, and he decides to go on a 7-day journey to Amy's colony. And along the way, he meets Clyde and Minnow, which I didn't know how to pronounce it. I was like, is it really Minnow? Is it not? Am I mishearing this? But that is Yondu and young Gamora.
Yeah. So he meets them, and they kind of show him the ropes. You can kind of tell that by the trailer. And his girlfriend, they're together right when the whole event starts, and they get split up, and then
Separated.
they reconnect on the radio, like Anna said. So that's basically what this movie was about.
It was really good.
Positives for me, it had really good special effects. I mean, obviously, all the creatures are CGI. I don't think anything was puppets or anything. I'm pretty sure everything was CGI.
Maybe
they did a really good job with it. Yeah,
things. Maybe like the little things might be, but
yeah.
Other than that, there was a scene, and I'm not going to go into detail or anything, but we watched Labyrinth not too long ago, and it kind of reminded me of the hand puppets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think that's in the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah. So one thing that I liked was that we didn't get too many monsters on screen. We weren't like over inundated with
over anything.
Yeah.
You know, like in The Walking Dead when there's just too many humans, like the focus isn't the like walkers and stuff. But in this one there was a very healthy and perfect balance between humans and monsters.
Yeah, they definitely went for a less is more type thing.
And you were never disappointed when they came on screen.
Wondering, you know, a lot of times.
Because, like, I think this was in the trailer too, but you don't get to see all the monsters. Like, you can hear them and you can hear the sounds they make and they're moving around, but sometimes they're not shown to come on camera or even recognized.
Right. Yeah, and then some of the viewscape, you could tell there was a lot of things going on in the background.
Yeah.
But
you'd have to like pause every frame and like look over all of it. But it left a lot up to the imagination, and it left you wanting to watch it over and over again to like analyze it and analyze each part of it. Like you weren't just like, oh well, I don't want to go back to it and analyze that. No, you want to know what's happening.
Yeah, because we watched it twice over the holiday weekend for Thanksgiving, and I definitely picked up a lot of things on the second time through, and I was watching it pretty not really analytical, but I was watching. I wasn't playing on my phone and watching it. I was actually watching it the first time through.
He was like,
no, I wasn't. I was more, well, it was after Thanksgiving dinner, so it was more like, but I was watching and I did not fall asleep or anything.
Yeah.
But like I said, I also wasn't playing on my phone, but I definitely picked up on some things in the second time through that I didn't catch the first time through. So this is...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The landscapes, like the way they did them, and like you can't tell what's put in there digitally and what's not. It all looks... It's just really pretty and like really well done.
Yeah, they did a good job with it. So this is a family adventure. Lots of adventure, love, humor, and it definitely keeps you wanting to learn more about the world, the universe that this takes place in.
And despite the fact that it is called Love and Monsters, it doesn't focus too much in on the love. Like, the love definitely drives the plot, but it's not beat to death.
Yeah, definitely.
Any negatives? Do we have
Well,
any
I've
negatives?
more positives. I think the acting was pretty good.
Yes.
I liked Dylan's portrayal of Joel.
Yes.
And I thought he carried the movie really well. And I liked the dynamic of Clyde and Minnow and Joel all interacting together. The part where they were all on screen together was good.
Yeah. This isn't like a spoiler or anything, because I believe it does show like drawings in the trailer and stuff.
Yeah.
He draws a lot in this movie, and he creates kind of like a bestiary of the monsters he sees. And I think that was a really cool part of the film, because like you get to see the drawings and stuff and what he writes about them, and at the end and the beginning you get to see some drawings. So I think that's a really cool part of the film, especially being an artist.
It reminds you of How to Train Your Dragon.
No, it didn't actually.
Oh, it did me with the way they had their books and their drawings and.
It reminded me of The Witcher 3.
Oh.
I mean, in anything you get a bestiary, like in any games that
right.
are like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a bestiary, but it reminded me of The Witcher 3.
Yeah. So the only really negative thing that I can say, and it's not really a negative because I already said it was a positive, but I like the fact that we weren't just overblown with monsters, but I would have liked to seen a few more on screen, even if they weren't necessarily interacting with the characters we're following, but just to give
like even
more
in those moments,
because like I said, it leaves you wanting to know more.
Yeah.
About the universe that this takes place in. So
like the moments where like they're heard and stuff, but you don't see them on screen. There was a certain point where I really wanted to see what it was, because like
yeah. Well, I think it would have been cool, like even in the credits. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was in the trailer.
Even in the credits, if they would have just like his book that he was.
If they would have shown
if they would have just shown like more of the creatures that we didn't see during the movie, just shown how he had collected more information and maybe rolled those with the credits.
Because you can definitely pause moments when he's looking at the book or when he's writing or drawing.
Right.
You can pause in the moments that it's shown, but I wish we would have.
Well, and even at the beginning of the credits, it showed, parts of the book, but I wish they just would have shown more of the book that we hadn't have already seen in the movie. So
this is one I want to have a sequel to.
Yes.
Like this...
And this just could be 2020 delirium. We're not getting any good movies.
Yeah, this could be.
But for me, I'm going to give it an 8. I think it was a solid 8, and I would definitely watch it again and recommend it to be
friends.
Watched.
Yeah. I'm going to give it an 8.5 because I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was really good. There was a lot of good qualities about it, I think it's something that everyone can enjoy. I don't think it's just like only certain groups of people are going to like it because, it all depends on taste. No, I think this movie is definitely and everyone can enjoy.
Yeah, it had good humor, it had good action. There's not a ton of profanity, and it's not overly sexualized. So I think it was a good mix, and it was definitely enjoyable.
Yes.
And I hope they do a sequel.
Me too.
Soon.
Sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Shoot for next week.
So with that, we will be doing some more reviews. We've been slacking on watching the movie. We've been watching...
We have a new background.
Yes. So we're going to do a video here later in the week, kind of give everybody an update of what we got going on. But I think we're going to watch New Mutants and probably Mulan. We haven't watched either one of those. And do a review.
Yeah, there's not many movies that are like newer.
Yeah.
So.
And we've been watching a lot of older movies. And
yeah.
Rewatching some older series.
Yeah, so it's not like there's not 1,000 different reviews on those.
Yeah.
So
with that, like, comment, subscribe,
we're
share
gonna
this
stream
video.
more. We need to stream.
We are going
more.
to stream games more. Check out our social medias. Everything will be linked
in the description.
Below. Thanks for watching.
Send us or share our channel with friends and family. I was gonna say send us to your grandma. That just didn't make sense.
I'm Gen X.
I'm Gen Z.
And we are
Generational Geeks.